Got a seizure warning, so it's a thing. We got a seizure warning to make me press escape to get rid of the seizure warning. That's promising. And these are always fine by default. Excuse me. This is Biomutant. It appeared to be some manner of furry game, and therefore it would be incredibly dark, as is the rule. It's a lot of options.
How can something as beautiful
Oh, so this is going to be a
as this
controller
die?
game, isn't it?
A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
Okay, fine. It's not a controller game.
Welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA.
Okay, so this is like baseline derpiness. You always have a cool eye patch, though. Which has the most strength?
Define your genetic structure.
Just, uh... Oh, okay. Oh, why was I even picking there when we got one of these? We got beef, we got run, we got smart, we got, yeah, okay. I'm assuming... This so wants to use a controller. I don't know why it's not. Armor's not on the list. Okay, I have psychic powers. It's a thing. Okay. Is it gonna be a Fallout? So too bad. I'm going this way. Gonna
Choose a genetic resilience.
Radioactivity makes me purple, so that's an easy choice.
Choose your first style.
Okay, it's weird this is just in a wheel. Because the options sure don't seem to be.
Pick your main color.
Oh, well, now we're talking.
Choose your detail color.
And it seems backwards, but...
Pick a class.
Okay.
Command Deadeye. Commando. Psyfreak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Saboteur. Psyfreak. Commando. Deadeye. Commando. Psyfreak. Saboteur.
You none of these seem melee-ish. Well, I guess this kind of does. Also because of the jaunty hat, so...
Sentinel chosen. Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
I'm an edgelord.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Okay.
So glad you realize who you really are. Let's keep to the bright and better path moving on.
You can't contradict yourself like that. You made the right choice to begin with. Why would you change your mind?
Because you can't deny what's deep within your heart. Sometimes a thought is just a thought. In the end,
Okay, you are much more
it's the
annoying.
act that counts.
But remember, this is just the beginning of the end.
Okay. Shut up. No.
Guess left can be right sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Gonna go all ringing bell here. Gonna be a sheep wants to be a wolf, and then has a very complicated relationship with Wolf Dad. Oh. So wants to have a controller. I don't know why it wasn't letting me use one. I gotta time it, don't I? I don't like these controls one bit. Like this is very. Please let me have face buttons and a stick.
You'd better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
How do I un-Z target?
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate
those kind of
when the
dropped
end of
sounding
days began,
thing.
and the Tree of Life started to die.
Finally. Wait, are you saying I'm really just like getting in there, or? Oh, okay. No, I right click. That's. I guess what I'm here for.
Good one.
I'm good. Meow. It's weird we're gonna point out because by the way, this game doesn't have regenerating health. Yeah. Also, I've got this little bug flashlight. I just noticed that. Yeah? What? What? Yeah? What do you want? What do you want? Remember? Yes? What do you want? What? What? You doing this? Huh? I think we're doing this. I think we're doing the thing where I stop treat you like a baby, and rub your armpits, and everybody else is gonna have to wait, because I can't play a game while I'm doing this. But I can narrate how I'm rubbing your armpits, so that's something. You can purr like crazy and not pick up on the microphone again. Somehow dig your claws into my neck, but I just had them trimmed today. Or yesterday. One of those. I do actually like the fact that this cat, like, well into his mid to late teens here, still enjoys being created like a baby and pet like crazy. It's very cute. But it's gonna be a second here. If affection for cats isn't more important than anything else, like, that's not the life I understand. Okay. Getting up now. There you go. Lay down. Hang out? Take a nap? Yeah? Cool. Great. Just don't fall off there. Is this the same, like, overgrown ruin that I was just building a small shack in? It looks weirdly similar.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment with change.
Oh, holy cow.
Evolution has its ways.
That I'm gonna parry. You don't know me very well. I am she who just doesn't block. It's not something I'm proud of. Just never clicked right for me. Okay. Got some pollen and clink. You know, these aren't really post-apocalyptic clothes that you're wearing here. It's honestly quite fashionable. I know. It is, as they say, on like Donkey Kong. That wasn't the real button. We got a strategy. Served me well in Wind Waker, and it's gonna work here too. Just roll through the legs and then kill them. Okay. This is the game then? There's like towns later because it's charisma stat. That's fine by me. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm kind of going for a melee build. Well, and there's only the one choice. One of those big beefy arms up there. I mean, these controls suck. Although that one's pretty straightforward. Okay. I think I did that. So I kind of had like the vague impression this was going to involve some like very, you know, like EVO style, like continuing to mutate and evolve sort of stuff, and it's not what I'm getting from this tutorial. You just kind of get to put your persona together at the start, and then
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
just kind of have some bad controls combat.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Oh, okay. Would you like that? Sure.
Whoa. It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Does that mean fighting a group of 3 enemies? And one of them's big?
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
Okay. Okay, this is what we're talking about. But yeah, none of these are really exciting me.
Wonder who put it here.
Yeah, frame rate. Yeah, camera.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
That's nice. Uh... Okay, it was not a very hard puzzle.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space.
Nuclear is actually very good.
Mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead.
The main byproduct is like heating up offshore waters, which tends to cause like
no one was prepared for what
seaweed to really flourish like crazy.
Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Like Chernobyl was really bad, but there were like 50 things that went wrong there.
Spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing.
I'm starting to really not like this narrator.
That door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt.
It looks like what now?
It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short circuit the door.
Ah. Well, except that, like, I mean, this isn't a puzzle. Like, it's barely a puzzle.
There you go.
Like, I could maybe see actually hard variations of that later, but, like, hard because they have to, like, think for a couple seconds. That's nice.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
Well, let me just...
last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Let's loot corpses first.
That'll teach him a lesson. You can make something from that.
Yeah, we got the crafting systems these days. For some reason.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true.
What?
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the Unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
This looks very expensive.
Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would
With
have
your
survived.
fancy lighting with the
He
like
hopes you at
semi-transparent
least
ears and
remember the
whatnot.
tree.
And the visual style is selling like a really creative game, but this is like the most generic, just AAA fight 'em up ever, and I am really not feeling it at all. Oh, there's me with two eyes and no like giant wacky stick. It's not the same. Hi. Oh. At least we have an
Asks
Elvis.
if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. There's nothing as powerful as a Muma's love. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki.
I don't ever want to hear British people talking about key. It's just one of those things.
Get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land.
So, like, who made pants for all the possums and such?
The only way
Like,
it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the nono as they become one with the tree.
I am here for, you know, like, life returning post-apocalyptic settings, but like, why do they have designer jeans?
The nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
Why do they have sunglasses?
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
So just, like, mash its face in there? Or...
Now that you've seen the nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. That's not true. She's the reason there's still unity, and the only one strong enough to keep the 6 Wang Fu disciples disciplined.
I don't like your vaguely Asian martial arts quasi-racism thing. Like,
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived.
so let the record show that I'm selecting that dialogue option by hitting D and then space.
That occurred after the apocalypse, the Toxinol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eaters' DNA into overdrive.
That we are definitely doing, like,
His friend Gizmo
badly
is working
translated
on a
console
and needs
controls.
help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
So it's so weird that we have this narrator just like translating for us. But yeah, so that's this. It seems like the, you know, beat 'em uppy, Zelda uppy thing. It's fine. I just let me double check. Am I in fact stuck with these controls? No. Okay, it just wasn't taking for some reason. Okay, so that's good to know. That said, I'm good for now, I think. I just wasn't feeling it.